Now, here is a picture of Asian. Now, I would like a volunteer to just point out who you think would most likely be a Filipino. As you can see, it's a whole mix of different kind of cultures. This guy looks like he knows Kung Fu, and other Chinese over here, and these are more like Malay, Indonesian. Over here and here would be more of European descent. And as you can see, it's just a whole big mix of people. And, well, the Filipino, there's really no big identity that we can, like physical identity that we can brand them with. But the native Filipino will be short in stature, brown in skin, and short nose. And an example would be maybe this one here, maybe a little bit. It's something like that. But everyone I see here right now could be a Filipino. You know, it's possible. But the Philippines has like 7,100 islands, and depending on the tide. If there's a high tide, we lose a few islands. If there's low tide, we gain a few. So, and the capital would be Manila, which is right somewhere there. I live in the outskirts of Manila, which is around there. The Philippines is a third world country, and as we, there's a preconceived idea of what third world is, which is relatively poor. And yes, there are poor Filipinos. The minimum wage per day for a Filipino would be $5 a day. Okay, so yes, there are a lot of poor Filipinos, as you can see over in the picture on the upper left. Like in one building, probably an average of 10 people would live in there. Average. And as you can see, they just like put plywood together just to, you know, make a house and so that a roof to live on. In the background, you would see will be like skyscrapers. There's a big city in the background, and this over here in this railroad actually works. There are trains that come and go through that railroad. And in the middle of those two rails, you see like people who are selling vegetables, fruits, or whatever they can sell just to earn money. But it's developing, and the economy is growing, and it is now the 47th ranking in the whole world out of 200 some countries. And that is because of a lot of businesses coming from nearby countries like Japan, the vehicles from Japan, Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi, businesses from China and Korea, and other businesses as well from the U.S. Like we have McDonald's, KFC, Wendy's, and one nice contribution of the U.S. Was the jeepney. They call it the jeepney. This is the original World War II Jeep, which they have found is a good means of transportation of troops. And so the Filipinos have, being creative, thought of a way to earn money out of it by using it as passenger vehicles. And they have made it more colorful, they have made it longer so they can fit more people in it. And it's, over here, around this green label right there, you would see the roots, like from Wheeling to the Highlands, Highlands to Wheeling or whatever. And so there's like a million of them scattered around the Philippines. And the Philippines has the third largest mall in the world. Third from, two are in China, the first and the second are in China, one in Beijing and one in some other. And we have the Mall of Asia, they say. And of course, having 7,100 plus islands, we have other sites like beaches and also the corals, being a tropical country. And it's a nice place to retire, where the cost of living is relatively inexpensive, and like a Big Mac meal would probably cost you $2 for the whole meal, supersized. So you have 7,000 plus islands to choose from where to retire. But despite being islands, there are some areas that are have a lot of mountains, and rice being the most common carbohydrate in the Philippines, they have made these rice terraces to kind of because they had a problem how to plant rice in the mountains, and this is what they came up with. This was there since who knows, but when the Spaniards first came in to colonize the Philippines in the early 1500s, they were there. So, and that would kind of look like a native Filipino: brown skin, short in stature, short nose, and food. Oh, food. Christine prepared three of those in the upper three. It's the first one on the left is leche flan. Coming from Spanish, it's leche meaning milk, and flan is like a caramelized milk and egg. It's good for dessert, and we have the creamy fruit salad, also for dessert, and we have like Christine also prepared this one. It's a shrimp and vegetables deep fried with batter. And it's a very common food in the streets. A lot of people sell it to earn money, and it's very good. I don't know if you've tried it, but I don't think there's any more out there. And the other two down here, I think most of you have tasted them in the Culture Fest, and it's like pancit, bihon, the noodles, and spring rolls. The mix in food is actually also influenced by the different cultures from China, from Spain, from the U.S. So there's really no exact specific one food that we can say like Filipino, but we do have like the roast pig. We have the whole pig with the apple on it. We have that every time, and there's no Filipino gathering without the roast pig. It's not Filipino without the roast pig, and we have gotten a lot of the good whatever from different cultures. Especially from the Spanish, we have the fiestas, parties, and merienda, snacks, and siestas, where you sleep in the afternoon, which is not being lazy but being smart, to go for the rest of the day. And here are some of famous Filipinos: Lea Salonga, who is the voice in Mulan, and who sung the female voice in A Whole New World in Aladdin, and who played Eponine in Broadway in Les Miserables, and lead actress in Miss Saigon in Broadway. And I don't know if anyone's into boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is the first person in boxing to ever garner 7 Um,